I think we should ban Birmingham because clearly you can have big throws there, so therefore the sport should not exist. We're going to react to Christian Che going 72-51. I want to watch this a couple times, and I want to everyone pay attention to just his footwork, his speed with his footwork. This is something that I really took note of right away. I'm going to rewind back here, is that the speed in which he gets his feet down. Let's just pay attention to that. It's like he comes out of the back, and it's just boom, boom, and then just terrorizes that finish. And look at the nice turnover late in the flight. That's how you fly a great disc. And Christian does tend to fly a high discus. So I'm wondering, I think the wind was pretty good. Not like, I mean, it's in a stadium, so it's not going to be Ramona wind, but I think it's one of those things where when you have great technique, you have good stability, and you got pressure on, you still got to execute. So let's watch another one, and then we're going to break it down because there's a couple big lessons that, man, just the way he turns there is freaking wild. Now, first thing, I think we should ban Birmingham because clearly you can have big throws there, so therefore the sport should not exist. Just kidding. That's me being irritable because people say that about Ramona. Now, if we look here, okay, and I go back, and I'm pausing right here, and I want to look at these different positions. Right off the bat, I want to see where's Christian when he picks up. Okay, so if we go back just slightly, okay, let's go back to right around this point right here. So I'm wondering with this start, like, is this a permanent fix? Is this like he was over rotating a bit out of the back and they were struggling to figure that out? I don't know. I'm interested here. I did want to point out how mobile his left side is, how much he opens there with that left knee. It's like that left knee is directly inside that right sector. Left arm is out and level. Okay, so that's like step one there. Now he pushes, lengthens his right leg here. Left arm stays pretty level. And then right here, I wanted to point out that it does seem like he pretty much stops rotating his left foot right here. And his left knee is probably inside right sector to middle of the sector right there. Okay, so then we go forward. And if you look at with Christian, he's got this long right leg, that toe is up. And then as he comes through, I think, I can't speak on this exactly. I've talked to him a little bit here and there. He and his wife have been doing a great job here, just executing really well. I'm wondering if he thinks about pushing off the left, because the reason why I'm saying that is because when he grounds in the middle, and I want you to pay attention to a couple things here. He comes out of the back, pretty much head, hip, feet, right? He's just dialed in, all stacked up on that left foot. And then as he gets down, okay, so let's go back. As he gets down, he works through this. And you can see when his right comes down, okay, right here, this position is where his right basically starts to touch down, even early, but then the left is almost passing the right. So the left foot here is almost passing the right, which is why I think he's probably pushing off the left. Now, I also wanted to point out the reason why I have this theory that maybe he was over-rotating from his traditional start, is that he's still over-rotated a little here. I don't know. It's just something I'm trying to figure out, but this throw is a monster throw. Honestly, it's the stadium world record, period. Best throw in the history of the sport in a stadium, period. No discussion, no questions asked, no crybabies from the old days just saying like somebody else did it better. This is the best of all time. I want to point out here, pretty evident, the classic Che, I would call this right there. Look at the head, and a lot of people do a rewrap. Christian does like the head rewrap, and right here I feel like his high point is substantial as well. Like, this is a weird perspective of a video, but I think that you can see like basically this build-up point from the left to the high point there, right here. And you can see that control on the head there. And then you can see this stack position over top. It's like head, chest, quad, foot. Head, chest, quad, foot, all the way down. Left is coming around. Left foot is coming around the head, chest, quad, foot. Okay, and the head is dialed in at this position. He's not peaking. No peaking at all. And then you can start to see that left really quickly comes down. And while that's happening, his right continues to rotate. So if we look at grounding here at this point, now we can see what it was the position. Head, chest, quad, foot. Head, chest, quad, foot. Head, chest, quad, foot. And the left almost appears that it's blocking him off. So the left was super quick. And in the beginning, it was like, boom, 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 boom. You know, that quick turnover. So we can see that left's down, shoulders here. And I want to point something out. The one thing that I believe with the rewrap or with the head is that this is a cheat code to control the speed. The speed is controlled by the head or the rewrap, one of the two. And on top of that, the high point. So if we can control with the head and if we can control with the rewrap or a high point, that makes us able to go faster and makes us more stable. So now we get this position here, okay? He's going to start pulling. And we can see this nice rotation from the right side, okay? Let's see the next position here. And he stays patient into that left hip. Head, chest, quad, foot. Okay, right here. Next one. And now I want to say he might be off the ground here. I can't really tell. But just look at how patient he is out. Like his hips here. And that sort of like separation at this point and how far out he is. How well that right side rotates through while he's stable here. And he's got like the mid bend in the left arm here. You're just looking at super stable positions that are rotating unbelievably well. And so as he gets through, it's like he's still staying on everything. And if we put an arrow, let's put an arrow down here. When he reverses, how well the energy just transfers out right there. Okay, so it just replaces his left side really well. And he just absolutely kills it. I think that's the thing that I noticed when I was watching this in real time, in full speed, is how he caught it and how well he turned on it. And when you see that discus turning late like that, that shows you, you know, what we were looking at the finish is like this position here, okay, is just phenomenal because he's just so patient on it. So if we go back to the beginning, I feel like when he catches and turns, it's so freaking long. Look, 3 throws over 70 in his first. Boom! Now, if I go back here, okay, I'm going to come back and look at this because this is where high point for Christian, his low point seems to be probably right about here. You know, the camera is not great. This is probably not the highest frame rate. And I wanted to say right here, edge seemed to be down there, and then now he's working forward on the finish. And so this is the big factor. Is like, how can you be stable in this position? It really comes back to what's your entry look like? How stable are you with controlling the speed? How do you control the speed? And then how do you take that speed and transfer into the finish? If you need help with your programming, head over to throwsuniversity.com. We can get you some custom programming to help you become an absolute monster so that you can throw far and PR. Peace.